everyone, and thank you so much for listening to Crazy About Jewelry Radio. I'm Susan Eisen, author of Crazy About Jewelry, the expert guide to buying, selling, and caring for your jewelry. And you're listening to my weekly radio show where we talk about tips and trends with gold and silver, gemstones, watches, coins, art, and inheritance issues. Sorry for the little technical mix-up, but now we're right on board, and hopefully you're enjoying the show. Now, if you'd like to call the show, you can call 544-5876. You can go to susaneisen.com and hit the Contact Us button, or go to the chat button. You can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Pinterest, and you can send me a message that way. If you call 584-0022, I will answer. I will help you with whatever questions you need, and then we'll be able to work with you on whatever jewelry questions or services that you need. What a crazy time it is. And so we're just trying to catch up and take inventory and make sure that we've got everything done so that when we open up full-time, all the time, you'll be able to come in as though nothing ever happened. But I'll tell you what, it has been an incredible journey for me having all this extra time to myself. You know, for the last 40 years, in about 2 weeks, I will probably have worked about 80 hours a week. So that's like 2 employees full-time. And since it never felt like work, and it still doesn't, it was just the love of my life and still is. It's a career, a hobby, a passion. And so now that I have all this extra time, I'm working on my house. And unfortunately, I let some of the things go in my house because somehow I thought they were going to regenerate and fix themselves. I don't know if any of you like that or like that. But I just figured that automatic sprinklers were working and that the reason plants were dying was because of weird things like it froze in the winter, all kinds of things. I was just crazy about what was happening and living in a dream world. And so now that I've had a lot of extra time, not only have I been able to fix a lot of things, but I've learned so much on how important it is when you're doing business with people that are repairing your house and going to department stores and everything, on how I live my life and run my store is very different from a lot of those things. And so I thought I would talk about it today. First of all, I've had to go to these home improvement centers. But before we talk about that, let me talk about my house. So my house is around 40 years old. It was custom built. I had a fabulous builder who cared about quality and didn't cut corners. If the cabinet makers, if the cabinets didn't meet, he made sure that it was fixed. I was very lucky that I had someone who was very much like me when it came to details. And so now that my house is 40 years old now, I'm still that way, only my builder is no longer in business. And so I've had trouble finding that same quality of builder to do a lot of little things that need to be done. Now, you don't need a home builder when you're doing just little things in your house, but you need someone that specializes in cabinets or landscaping or sprinklers or furniture repair or tile work or things like that, and that's what's hard to find. And so the first thing is, when we were building the house, there were unbudgeted items that we decided to do, and so we did try to find the cheapest way out. And because of that, I have wires all over my windows for my alarm, and it wasn't wired by the alarm company. I don't even remember who wired it. And there's staples in the sheetrock, and in order to remodel or re-sheetrock or get a new alarm system, I would have to take off everything that I have that I own and install these new wireless ones. And we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So that was my choice. We decided that we were going to go with a lesser expensive person to do the wiring, and here I am 40 years later, and I'm still stuck with it. And also, if I do decide to change it, we're talking twice as much money. So here I saved one way, and I'm paying for it now. And that's the same exact thing when it comes to watch and jewelry repair, and even custom jewelry. Why? Because there's places that will do things inexpensive, but are they using the right solder? Are they checking the stones to make sure they're tight? Are they polishing it correctly? Are they doing it correctly to begin with? Is it, 14 karat gold on a platinum ring? Is it polishing it good and cleaning the diamonds well before they solder on them? Do you know that if there's any dirt on diamonds, when you're heating it up, it can burn the diamond? And then the only way to fix it is to take the diamond out and have it repolished by a diamond cutter. There's so many extra precautions that we take. Yes, it takes us a little bit longer. And yes, I only allow people to work on my jewelry and watches that are tip-top professionals and that are willing to take advice and direction from the way I was taught, which was, of course, in the university level by top-notch professors Rochelle Thieves and Will Terrison. Now, I apologize for my phone ringing. All of my calls to my store are being programmed to my cell phone, and so if the phone's ringing in the background, you know why. But remember, you can call us 584-0022 anytime, and we'll be happy to answer it and answer your calls. Now, there's another phone call, and I'll tell you that the phone has been ringing off the wall here. And so I guess that's because, limited hours and things like that, and questions that people have. So don't be afraid to call. When we take a break, then I will turn off my phone, and then you won't have to hear it, and I'll call everybody back after it's over. So we're going to take a quick break right now, and when we come back, we will come back and talk to you more.
When you treat customers right, they come back. Here's another loyal Susan Eisen customer.
The service I got at Susan Eisen's was fantastic, and I would never go anywhere else. I decided that this was the best place to go. They're patient, caring, considerate, and they would probably be the best people to go to.
Susan Eisen Fine Jewelry and Watches, voted Best Bling in El Paso 10 years in a row. 5857 North Mesa. Call 584-0022 or online at susaneisen.com.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for letting Crazy About Jewelry Radio be a part of your Saturday afternoon. I'm Susan Eisen, Chief Designer and Appraiser at Susan Eisen Fine Jewelry and Watches at 5857 North Mesa. And we're talking about all the wonderful things that have happened and what I've learned in my real life away from the store so that I could relate it to how I run my business over here on Mesa Street. Now remember, if you have questions or you need something, give us a call at 584-0022. I'm answering the phone. I'll be happy to talk to you. If you want to call the station now during the show, you can call 544-5876. And if you would like to send me a message, you could go to susaneisen.com and hit the chat button or the contact us button, or you can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Pinterest. And we'll be happy to help you with whatever we can to the best of our abilities. So I was talking about different things that have happened in my personal life during all this time where I have all this time to do things. Now, I'm really enjoying it because there are things I'm getting done that I never had time